guys, Sock Gaming here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the future of Spider-Man games and overall the future of Marvel games. So this is actually some pretty exciting news that we have gotten through E3, talking to the heads at Marvel Games. That I'm really excited that we might be seeing some awesome more superhero games. Now, you might tell from what kind of videos I upload, I do prefer DC, which is true, but that's only because I know more about DC characters. I've just never really taken time to learn about Marvel characters as I have with DC, and that's mostly because I really loved Batman, so I took the time to learn more about the DC universe. But I do love Spider-Man. I overall just love superheroes. I wouldn't say I have a preference. I just know more about DC than I do Marvel, so I just love superheroes, and I love Spider-Man, and I just want some more awesome superhero games like the Arkham games. So in an article of GameIndustry.biz, they talked to one of the Marvel Games head, Jay Onga. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. It's ONG Onga. Hopefully that's right. And they kind of just talked about Marvel strategies for video games, and it does sound pretty awesome. So we're gonna get the article right now. The link to the article will be in the description down below. But let's just get into it. So on Monday night, Sony closed out its E3 press conference with the announcement that Ratchet & Clank developer Insomniac Games was working on a new Spider-Man game for the PlayStation 4. For Marvel Games head Jay Onga, it was the public debut of a new direction for the company's console gaming business since he signed on 2 years ago. Here's a quote. When I joined, I knew that with a treasure trove of some of the greatest superhero stories and characters ever, it should be our mission to devote ourselves to making these great, epic games our fans will love, Jay told GameIndustries.biz. So along with the senior execs at Marvel and my team within the games business, we've devised a brand new strategy to be very selective and only partner with the best game companies on Earth. That's pretty awesome to hear. We wanted to work very selectively with companies that shared our vision and our ambition, and really usher in a brand new era for the Marvel Games business, which is really awesome to hear because really Marvel have not had really a great history with games. The last kind of decent, I guess decent. You could say Marvel games was the Amazing Spider-Man games, but those were mediocre to decent. I would say they were decent. They weren't like good. They were just decent. But that's pretty much the last decent Marvel games, in my opinion. So let's just continue. We asked if the word epic means Marvel's strategy on consoles is limited to AAA games, and Onga confirms our suspicions. For the most part, yes. Although I think it's part of our strategy to have a relatively divisive portfolio that meets different kinds of audiences and gamers' quote unquote taste. The overwhelming success of Marvel Studios have been Trout's cinematic universe has also shaped the new strategy, although maybe not as directly as one would expect. Jay said the big lesson he's taken from the Marvel movies is the way they capture the humor and the human aspects of the company's superheroes and trades it out on the big screen. They feel authentic, the source material, even with certain characters or events changed to fit the better medium. As for whether the license deals are flexible enough to allow for same crossovers and cameos of superheroes that the movies have benefited from, Onga sidestepped the question. The world's full of surprises, he said. You never know. So assuming Marvel's tried to find talented developers to bring its characters to games, how does the new strategy really differ from the old strategy? Onga explained that the big change was that the company used to create games based on movie IP, and at least tried to movie releases, or at least tied to movie releases. It was difficult to see with that one. Oftentimes there wasn't enough time to come out with something truly terrific. Onga admitted, which is totally true. This is why I think I'm so glad why Marvel's kind of stepping away from the movie tie-in games, because it goes on this article where they do say that, where they're kind of stepping away from the movie tie-in games, which is great because, like you said there, you don't have enough time to like come up with something awesome, you have to have it released by time the movie comes out, before or after, or before at the same time the movie comes out. So you never really have time. You can't, they can't delay it or anything to give more time to perfect it or anything. It just has to come out, even if it has a bunch of bugs and they need more time. They're still gonna put it out there because it's pretty much just movie merchandise, pretty much, if you think about it. Like back in the day, like, because I grew up with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, so movies, and back in the day there was this game that I used to play back when Sam Raimi movies were coming out, called a Spider-Man Friend or Foe. And before you would play it, um, you know how in like say Arkham games they would say it says like Rocksteady and DC before the game starts. It would say like Marvel and stuff, but then it would say official movie merchandise. So pretty much just merchandise. They're not there to make fantastic games. They're just there to have it's just more movie merchandise for the movie. So I'm just glad Marvel's kind of stepping away from this. While there's a new Spider-Man movie on the way for July 2017, Asami Project has no release window yet. It didn't sound like Onga was particularly concerned about having the game and movie promotional windows overlapped in any meaningful way either. As he explained, Spider-Man is an evergreen property for Marvel and would make a splash no matter when it's released. When asked if Marvel's previous console license partner Sega, Capcom, Activision are out of the picture, Onga focused on the last of that group, the publisher behind Spider-Man console games since 2000 and the original PlayStation Spider-Man game. We've had a long history of success with Activision, and we still have a great relationship with them. But the future of Spider-Man console games is with Sony and Insomniac. Now, I just want to touch on that a little bit. So I think what this pretty much confirms is that Insomniac are going to be making more Spider-Man games after this. Of course, if the first one is successful, I think Marvel, from watching all these interviews and reading interviews, Marvel are really, really confident in this in this Spider-Man game. From what I can hear and from what I've read, they are really, really confident in this. And it sounds like that because really they're pretty much saying that Insomniac is going to be working on more Spider-Man games. Now, the problem with this is not with Insomniac, not with Spider-Man, but the future of Spider-Man console games is with Sony and Insomniac, which I think pretty much means is that the future Spider-Man games for the foreseeable future that are going to be made by Insomniac will be PlayStation exclusives, which is really disappointing. Then this is coming from a PlayStation 4 guy. I have a PlayStation 4, but so it doesn't really bother me, but it's really upsetting to hear that, that it looks like Xbox and PC fans are not going to be able to experience these Spider-Man games, especially because they're looking really good and sounding really good. So it could be that Xbox and PC players don't get to experience awesome Spider-Man games. At least that's what it looks like. It's going to be an awesome Spider-Man game. And it's just really sad to hear that Xbox, like I said, Xbox PC fans are not going to be able to experience that because they said right here, Sony and Insomniac. It's going to be PlayStation 4 exclusives or PlayStation Neo exclusives, which sucks. It's PlayStation. It's only been 3 years since PlayStation 4 came out, and they're already working on an upgraded one. It's crazy. But it's just upsetting. I had a comment of somebody. I'm guessing he was either a PC person or an Xbox person. He was really upset that um, this new Spider-Man game is going to be PlayStation exclusive. And I was upset for him. I'm upset for a lot of Xbox people and especially and PC people that they're not going to be able to get their hands on these Spider-Man games. But I don't like exclusives to begin with. Even but yeah, let's just keep continue. We're delighted about this partnership, and that's something that's going going to continue forward. With regard to other console partners, stay tuned. There's many more interesting additional things to come, but Activision is in the past with regards to Spider-Man. So that is yeah, that's it. That's the entire article right there for you guys. The future of Spider-Man games and pretty much the future of Marvel games is all right there. It is sounding very, very promising. With this, I am really excited, to hear about this. Like I said, it is a disappointment that it sounds like that the Spider-Man games in this foreseeable future, made by Insomniac, are going to be PlayStation 4 exclusives. I'm really, really sad to hear that looking like looks like what's going to be the case. I mean, I hope it's not, but from what it sounds like, it's going to be the case. So let me know in the comments section below, Xbox and PC people who are watching this video. Let me know, how upset are you, or do you just not care? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the future of Marvel games and the future of Spider-Man games. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about all this news. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to leave a like to show me you have enjoyed. Subscribe so you don't miss any more videos, and follow me on Twitter at SoccerGamer07 so you keep even more updated with the channel. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.